Hello everybody. I have a few minutes to talk about intuition today. My name's Dr. Cheryl Meier. I'm a psychologist in my day job, and who knows what else I am in my day job. But I do these videos because I want you to be equipped, and I'm always thinking about these things. I'm pretty obsessed in a way, with understanding, what love is. That's a Mozart song. I often get songs. That's what your intuition can give you when you quiet down your mind chatter. I'm hearing this, tell me what love is. What can it be? It's like an opera from the Mozart of Figaro. Okay, so it's not about just following every random thought. Like sometimes I get carried away and I do that. And I want to teach you guys how to... Okay, this is how it came to me, all right? This is so funny. I went to Eckhart Tolle live thing, live teaching. And, excuse me. I'll show you nature while I went to a 3-day live teaching of his. And he was so great about teaching about being in presence, just being really present. When you're present and you trust that the answers will come to you in this present moment, then you open yourself up to an expanded state. Actually, when you trust at all, you do that. It's like if you've been burned in love before, and then it feels so good to trust someone until you learn that you trusted the wrong person. But it still feels good to trust, but it doesn't mean just trust randomly. All right, so this is also with your intuition. I hope I'm blocking out the wind, because I don't want this to be all windy for you. All right, so back with our trees. Now trees, look, trees are rooted in the ground. And they've been here, they have stability, right? So following your intuition isn't about just listening, like I said, to random thoughts, but learning how to be deeply present and how to not let just your mind control things. Now, this is how it was presented to me, because God knows everything. I call God divine love, right? Divine love knows everything. Divine love knows that I was going to do this video for you guys just right now. I'm like, speak through me. And I didn't know what the topic was going to be today. I was asking, right? And I saw this vision. I was being deeply present just now. And I saw like the story of Adam and Eve. And it doesn't matter. I welcome all religions. So don't worry about how you take this or anything like that. Let's just look at it like a story, right? A story conveying deep spiritual truths to teach us what we need to know in this life, how to have a full life in your soul. You are a soul. You're in a body, You're given this body. And so I saw Adam and Eve, and in this Torah, commentary that I read, these Jewish rabbis were talking about the mystic understanding of this, and I know the Orthodox, the Greek Orthodox, or just Orthodox Church, I read a book by Callistos Ware, and so he was saying, that they understand Metropolitan Callistos Ware. I got to email him anyway. That this is a story conveying deep spiritual truths that we're meant to know. And anyway, I won't get into all the theology of people's debating about that. That's just egotism, right? I mean, it's important. It's important. Whatever's true is important. But back to Adam and Eve, right? I was seeing how in the story, God made Adam and Eve, right? And this old Torah commentary that I was reading was saying Adam and Eve were one. They were one. And when it says God took Eve out of Adam, out of his side, it's like out of his side. She was in Adam as part of him, because God made both Adam and Eve. And so, but the story goes, right? Let's follow the story for a second so we can understand about our intuition. is that God created Adam and Eve, and he couldn't find anyone that was suitable for Adam, right? Adam means out of the ground, like red earth, right? And he breathed into him, so he has a soul, right? That's God putting his soul in him. Let us make man in our image. So he made Adam and Eve in the image of divine love. You know, like the sun. We have that light in us that has the possibility of shining through us. And so it says, like, God couldn't find someone that was good for Adam. You know, he went to all the animals and named them and stuff like this, and there was no one that was suited for him. So he put Adam to sleep, took Eve out, and there you have it, right? Woke Adam up and like, hey, here's Eve, your helpmate, you know, your other half. Something in this world, you know, we're in this world of duality. Eve, they were separated, right? I don't know, I could talk for about 4 hours on that, but so I was just noticing, I was laughing when I was reflecting on that image of like, wait a second, you know, God is divine love, is almighty, all-knowing, all-loving, all-powerful, all-present everywhere, knew that was going to happen, right? God knew that there wasn't someone good enough, the best match for Adam. And yet, I was just noticing how God was both in the present moment. I'm going to go back to my car with the wind, right? He was in the present moment, but he also, God is beyond he and she, okay? God is the I am, so the I am that I am. And so, right, I mean, you don't have to believe me on any of this stuff, right? But I was just noticing even God was in the present moment. It looks to us like he's acting spontaneously. I'm just going to say he because it's easier than saying he, she, blah, blah, blah. You know, God was like, hey, in this moment, I'm noticing because it's kind of like if you make a painting and you start to notice, oh, I'm missing this color. I'm doing the sky and the color's a little more blue over there. And so you're in the present moment and you notice that and you make the choice to add that, you know? And it's just like our mind, think how your physical mind, this is how you get in touch with your intuition, right? You learn how to detach from your physical mind. Know that it is a tool and you are meant to use it, yes, you know, to do your taxes, to do whatever tasks that are important for you to get done and organize stuff. And like, it's a useful tool, but it's just like your desires, your mind, your thoughts, the chatter in your head is not meant to run your life. It's not meant to direct everything, right? And so, welcome. All right, so, your mind, just notice how your mind would be like my mind, because our minds are similar, right? We'd be like, God's just so dumb. You know, we would be like, why did he make Adam that way with Eve in him if he wanted Adam to have a spouse, to have someone, you know, like if he knew he was going to just do that, you know, or a child might say, you know, well, why did he give them free choice if they were going to choose to create a way for us to go into duality more and to separate ourselves from God and all of that stuff, right? But look at these trees, right? I love looking at the wind in trees. It's windy today, so it's just like, I hope that was on the trees. It's like to remember that you are a soul and you're in your body and you have access to God things, you know, you have access to divine love, and the more we're just hooked into this world and hooked into just running on automatic, like, I gotta go get my food, I gotta make this money, all these things are, you know, important in this life, but we don't take time. You know, you're taking time right now to learn about it through this video. But within this video, you know, use all of my videos to just remind yourself to be present and take deep breaths and know that there's something so much more than whatever's going around your eyesight right now and your senses. You know, it's like God chose to make you in God's image, in the image of divine love. And so we're meant to love, and we're meant to align with love, and we're meant to look at what that is. And it's like, if your soul is more like, and your inner knowing is more like this beacon going, what beep beep, you know, it's like, come this way, drawing us back to God, to divine love, to understand that reality and know that our citizenship is in heaven. And just notice how present God was, even in that story, you know, to look like an idiot to us by not making Adam and Eve first, you know, in our mind. It's like, why did you have to take Eve out of Adam? Didn't you know that blah, 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 this wasn't going to work? And you know what I mean? It's like, because we learn from our mistakes. And that wasn't a mistake of God, you know. Even the word sin means to miss the point of all of life, to miss the mark. You're just aiming at this perfect love target, you know, and you keep going off. And it's like, no, go left a little more. No, go right a little more. Come, let's all learn what this love thing is. Let's learn what that is. All right, much love.